Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Scott Wilson, and this is The Map. Today, main event status, Alan Martin, Travis Wilson. We are about to get going. We're not going to wait on this any longer. Let's get started.
Gangster rap is always on the map.
This is going to be one heck of a show. We are going to start off with some Auburn football. We'll do this, Alan, I'll throw it at you first. We're going to recap the 2017 Auburn season, and then Travis, you may rebuttal, and y'all can debate.
2017 was, Auburn was spectacular at Jordan-Hare. I mean, best football team in the country in that building, but they couldn't play on the road. Damn sure couldn't play in Atlanta. Kind of disappointing, but it was alright. Looking for better this year.
He summed it up by saying the home games were great, but we should have played way better on the road. Atlanta was not our players' fault.
Didn't start there this year.
Regardless, in Atlanta was not our fault. It was not our players' fault. It was the way they were coached to be there. I'm just hoping that Gus leaves the assistants and the coordinators to do their jobs and just be the head coach. Because of that, we're going to be stuck with Gus for many more years. And I hope he can just be a head coach.
Now we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. But Alan, do you agree with about?
That's for sure. Gus needs to be.
I've noticed Auburn's had a hell of an offseason with injuries. You guys lost a wide receiver, torn ACL. Two. 3 centers. 3.
Yeah.
Didn't know about this until recently.
I like the freshmen, though, we have.
Franz.
Yeah. The freshman center, I think, could have outplayed them by the end of the year anyway, though.
Right.
If they wouldn't have redshirted them, So, if he gets a starter, man, I'm straight with that.
Well, I thought, the strength and conditioning deal at Auburn, because Auburn, to my knowledge, I'm not an Auburn fan.
We dropped last year, I thought.
Huh?
I thought we dropped on the conditioning deal last year.
It just seems like there's, and Alabama's had some injuries too, but nothing near what Auburn's been going through.
Eli Stowe was a major hurt for us.
Yeah.
Major hurt.
Hastings and so, yeah.
Yeah, but I think we had somebody that could come into Hastings' spot, though. I think he's little. He got hit pretty hard on one of them games last year coming across the middle. And I said, man, that kid ain't going to get up.
Right.
Yeah, he's kind of small, man. He's kind of he's smaller than Wes Welker. So I think we had a better guy. I think we should have a better wide receiver than him. He's just fast. That's why he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we got just as good guys behind him, if they get the chance.
Yeah.
Game time is different than practice. And sometimes you're jittery at practice. And sometimes the game time would make them better. Getting them in some games.
Yeah. Getting the experience in game time.
Yeah. And I don't think enough of our players got that last year.
Right. Well, what about 2018? Give me some Chad asked this, but I was going to ask it anyway. Predictions for 2018 at Auburn.
Chad,
I'm looking at Bullock.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ask him about that baseball record right now versus us.
Chad, you heard it. I know you were watching.
We're up like 40-2.
We're replacing a lot this year.
Yeah.
4 offensive linemen.
Right.
SEC's leading scorer.
Right.
2 SEC leading running backs. 2 injured receivers.
Right.
Losing our lockdown corner. Losing our sack master. It's going to be. I really believe the first game's going to be
We're losing our quarterback on defense also.
Yeah.
We'll find out what we got.
Well, I'm taking a look at your schedule right here. Got it right here in front of me.
There ain't no cupcake about it either.
Liberty, not a cupcake.
Liberty is
Liberty.
Okay, yeah. We needed one in there, don't we?
I think we got 2.
Southern Miss is in there. You don't think Southern Miss is a cupcake?
Southern Miss is a respectable team.
It's respectful team.
Stop.
I know guys.
Y'all got Southern Miss.
We've got an abundance of cupcakes. I'm not gonna lie.
How many years in a row?
I mean, it's what we do.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. Bama.
Y'all don't even shouldn't have to play the season.
Right. Just give us.
Y'all should just go to the playoffs.
Exactly.
There's no reason.
I agree, 100%.
My thing right now is what I seen last year. What is going to happen for the next 4 years is Alabama's going to make the SEC championship now. last year they put us in there, I think, just to
But you deserve it.
retaliate on us.
You beat Alabama and you beat Georgia.
I think that was rigged.
You deserve to be there.
And
You
I
did.
think it was rigged because they wanted Alabama and Georgia to play. And they knew if we went to Atlanta, we had one running back in Georgia, Alabama, then Georgia again. Our running back was dead because all we had was one. And then so now it's going to be Alabama and Georgia.
If
in the
Auburn
SEC
beats
championship.
Georgia in the SEC championship game, Alabama doesn't make the playoffs.
Right.
Right.
But they knew we wasn't going to
So
win.
Auburn had that given to them right there.
They knew
Well, they didn't
we
give
were-
it to them.
they knew we
Auburn,
were
Auburn
coming.
earned everything they got last year by getting to the championship game. What I'm saying is, if they beat Georgia, it changes everything that happened at the end of the season towards the playoffs.
Who practiced at running back that whole week before that SEC championship? What
You guys
running back
lost.
was
Yeah,
practicing?
you guys lost your running back. It was in the Bama game, right?
You can't rely on one guy though.
Right.
That's why I say bad coaching.
That's what we're going to hit next. So let's jump right into that because you guys have opposite opinions on Malzahn and the coaching staff.
you
in
just leave the
general.
offense alone.
Right.
You know, maybe put a little sense in on some things, but with his little speed option thing. But when it comes to growing kids for the next level, that is my thing.
Yeah.
You don't play college football to say this is all you're going to play for right here, son. This is it. You know, no. You teach them. You coach these kids as in, I want to make you to the next level. I want to see you play on Sundays.
Right.
You know, and that ain't what you're seeing at Auburn. You might see it from the defensive side of the ball because we've always getting defensive guys in there. Offensive side of the ball, dude, we don't make the draft until the 4th round,
Yeah.
5th round. We might see a guy.
Yeah.
You know, look at the offensive lineman that went a few years ago, Robinson,
Yeah.
to 2nd overall. Then he lost his job because they were janking on him at practice because he couldn't even pass block.
All they could do was hold.
All he could do was hold. They're not coaching them kids for the next level.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, we're still in park ball. We're going to run the ball this way. We're going to run the ball that way. No pass blocking techniques being taught. That's all with coaching. You know, somebody's got to get in there and coach these kids to try to make the next level.
Right.
Point blank. To the next level. You want to see your kids go to the next levels and give 115, 110, 115%.
Right.
That's what we was taught in middle school. So that's my thing.
You're playing for the next level.
That's right.
I didn't like Herb Hand to begin with
Really?
when they hired him. I like this guy, Grimes, that they brought back.
Yeah, Grimes was
Of course,
way better. Hey, we lost.
Robinson was Grimes' guy, so, but
Okay.
I think the offensive
But
line will be better.
I think Gus was more running the offense though than two though.
We all know Gus is running the offense.
Yeah. So and when you run the ball and run the ball and run the ball, you never learn how to pass block. That's all you do it
Right.
at practice is run block.
Right.
You don't never pass block. But now we have a quarterback that can throw the ball.
Right.
Are we going to have an offensive lineman coach that can actually teach how to pass block for him?
I think Grimes will.
I had Doug on the show.
think he's a
Doug
good
said he
coach.
didn't like Stedman. Stedman held the ball too long.
What else you got? You got to have a wide receiver coach to teach him how to do a cutback, a slant, a route running. There's no route running at Auburn.
Right.
There was
It's
some.
go out and get open. Like we're playing in the backyard.
There was some times where he held the ball too long. I mean,
A few.
evident in the Clemson game.
Yeah.
Than any of them.
I mean, that was
kid's first game.
First game, though.
Right, right.
You know?
Right.
But
There
they
was-
didn't have 3 seconds on a lot of them plays, though. You know, they were letting them in pretty quick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the kid's got a great arm. But the route running. I always seen was Hastings was the only one that would go out 5 yards or something, cut across.
Right.
That's it. The rest of them are going to the end zone.
Yeah.
You know? Because he's trying to pull the secondary away, so if he runs the ball, he's going to have
Take
open
off.
space.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So that's Gus's ways, man.
Sure.
He wants to be the
Clear.
outside corners in the pull to safeties long.
Yeah.
You know? There's no route running. There's no 10 yards cut. There's no 10 yards cut back. It's going to be right there in your hip, right there on the outside of the lines for a first down. There's none of that. There's none of it.
Right. All right.
We got the quarterback that can make the throws, and I think he's back there in the pocket some days going, I don't want to throw it 40 yards.
Right.
I don't want to throw it 20 yards. I don't want to throw this screen pass behind the line 50 times either.
Yeah.
You know, in a season. How many screen passes we do last year? 50?
Right.
They're going to pick that ball off eventually if they
Yeah.
keep on doing this screen pass the boat. I'm going to do it this side for a little bit. I'm going to do it better this side. You know? It's not going to get you nowhere, really.
Right.
I mean, I can understand it could open up the run a little bit.
Yeah.
There's linebackers and everybody's going to go out to the outside, you know,
Right.
on your lineup, you know, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Let the kid rip, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Let the kid have some. And that's how you make a quarterback and a wide receiver make the next level. Julio didn't go 100 yards every play and make the pros. Cooper didn't go just long balls.
Right.
They ran routes.
Right.
Good hand skills.
Yeah.
From practices and practicing of how to run routes.
Yeah.
That's why they made it to the pros. They were
Right.
taught and coached to make the next level.
Yeah.
You know? And we're not. We have Cody Burns, which is a great coach to block. That's what his main thing was at Auburn. You know, when he wanted to decide to be a wide receiver, is I'm a big guy and I'm gonna throw my block because I know we're gonna run this way. We're gonna run this way.
Yeah.
So really, he doesn't really know a lot about patterns,
Right.
you know,
Right.
routes and stuff. So I don't know if he's a great recruiter. He
He's
could be
a
a
great
great recruiter because he's young. He
see
could
what-
really
He recruited 3 good ones this year. We'll see what they do.
4 last year.
No, we only had 1 last year. Thought we only had Noah, the big way or whatever last year.
Or was it the year before we got the 4?
But those were
Craig.
recruits.
Yeah.
Then he quit.
Yep.
Went to LSU,
LSU.
2 days after signing day.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that's because they chose Lashley over him.
They went to be corn dog. He went to be a corn dog.
And then he got dropped.
Good recruiter, and that's all I've got. There's somebody there can help the kids. You know, we need recruiters. 'Cause
Right.
right now, it looks like to me the only thing we got is our defensive lineman coach. You know, Rodney Gardner. He's like.
Travis Williams is a good recruiter.
He will be. He'll be better too. Like, he got some good
I
linebackers
like
this
the
year.
guys he got this year. They're
And
small.
he knows how to coach them.
Yeah.
Better than our last linebacker coach. So
Yeah.
he's got the pride for Auburn. You know,
Yeah.
and that's what I like. I like somebody to have the pride for Auburn.
Right.
Yeah, that's what makes the big difference. And I don't know if Gus has that pride. You know, he came in under Chiswick
Yeah.
with a great team, a 5 senior offensive line. You know,
Right.
and Gus gets all that. Gus usually seems to get all that publicity for winning the national championship, and Chiswick don't, which I think is kind of wrong. I think Chiswick was our head coach. He should be, you know, the
Right.
one that gets honored with that championship because them offensive line won that championship.
Yeah.
Not just Cam Newton. That offensive line we had was a beast.
It was good.
And I think Nick Fairley gets played out too. I mean, I don't think he gets enough respect to this day.
He had a great
I like Nick
offensive
Fairley. I
line.
thought he was.
He was all we had.
Yeah, that defense, man, he was it. I mean, he did it by himself. And I thought he was amazing.
National championship was by himself.
Is Auburn going to beat Alabama 2018?
Yes.
Straight up, yes.
We'll be ready.
We'll be ready.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because
It's in Tuscaloosa, which usually means
you look at our schedule. I mean, it's gonna be tough to go to Georgia
Yeah.
and then go to Alabama and
Right.
win.
Right.
And then if we beat Alabama again, we got to play Georgia again.
Right.
Because Georgia's going to make the
Georgia's
East
going to win the East
every
Yeah,
year
yeah,
till Dan Mullen builds a team in Florida.
Right. I agree.
He will build a team in Florida. He's got great recruits this year.
Yeah.
Give Dan
Yeah.
Mullen.
You get no nothing for Pruitt.
What?
No love for Pruitt.
I don't have.
I'm just asking.
I don't.
I don't want him to. I don't.
In
Want
Tennessee?
I hate Tennessee. I don't want Tennessee to be any
Ain't
good.
no kids coming up out of Tennessee, man.
Right.
I don't look for Pruitt to be successful.
I think he'll do decent, but he ain't never going to beat
I
Alabama.
love him as a defensive coordinator.
Great defense coordinator.
But I don't look at him as a head coach. Never have.
Nope. We'll see, though. I
We all
mean,
agree on that.
Yeah, I mean,
he's going to have to go out of Tennessee other than Tennessee to recruit, though.
Right.
You know?
What about Jimbo Fisher and A&M?
Great hire. I wish we could have got him a few years ago.
I hate Jimbo Fisher.
I just think he's a real deal coach, though. I really do. He
Yeah.
learned from one of the best, man. So,
I am not high on him.
Who did he learn from?
Bobby
Bowden.
Bowden.
I'm not high on him.
He's a classic. Bowden was a
I
classic.
hear you.
He's not for me.
So,
I mean, don't be wrong. You win.
so you don't think he'll be successful at A&M?
I don't see him being any more successful than Kevin Sumlin was.
See, I like Summerlin.
That is
I'll
true.
take him over Gus. He took chances.
He did.
He took chances,
He
man.
did.
But his team
But
just couldn't play defense.
to think about it, he hadn't had a winning
in Auburn,
season.
do we ever not have a good defense though?
When Chiswick was there, we didn't have a very good
When Johnny
defense.
Manziel left, A&M was toast.
Pretty decent.
They gave up a bunch of points every game.
Yeah, we couldn't find that right coordinator, but we got one right now. You know, I like Summerlin. I think was kind of a. I think they could have saved their money
think
and
it
kept
was-
the guy, gave him some more.
Right.
They ain't been in the SEC what 3 years.
Yeah. something
You know.
like
So I mean, I don't think he should have been cut that soon.
that. Yeah.
You know.
And the other new head coach, Mullen, you've already mentioned him. You high on him? You think he's?
I think he's going to do great.
bring
in
Florida back to the.
I believe so. I think he'll find him another Tim Tebow out there over in Florida.
Yeah.
Because that's a big recruiting ground for Auburn. Sure. You know?
Yeah.
And now with him over there, this year I was like, we're not going to get a certain few recruits that I know we probably won't. You know?
Right.
So.
There's a couple of state fans that watch the show, so I'll ask this one too. How y'all feel about Mississippi State? I mean, get your honest opinion.
What,
with
just the
new
quarterbacks,
coach.
all I know they got.
Okay, I
They
mean,
got a new coach, new deal
I
going
don't
on
know
there.
anything about him.
I don't either, yeah.
My brother's state alumni, and
Yeah.
he hadn't said much. Happy birthday, Eric. It's his birthday today.
Oh, I did not know that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're planning on him being ranked.
I did not know it was Eric's birthday.
It's Eric's
Didn't know
birthday.
that either. I don't even know the guy.
I mean,
I just get messages by him.
me
though.
too. A lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear you cry about me a lot.
Cry about you a lot. too.
Oh,
Your brother. I don't know why, but I got this message about that though. Yeah.
Me and Eric don't really even talk that much.
Tough, man. Could you imagine that's what it's going to be like
Oh,
until
we-
Florida builds a team?
Is Auburn going to beat Alabama 2018?
Yes.
Straight up, yes.
We'll be ready.
We'll be ready.
It's going to be hard, but I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because
It's in Tuscaloosa, which usually means
you look at our schedule. I mean, it's going to be tough to go to Georgia
Yeah.
and then go to Alabama and win.
Right.
And then if we beat Alabama again, we got to play Georgia again.
Right.
Because Georgia's going to make the
Georgia's
East
going to win the East.
every
Yeah,
year
yeah,
till
no doubt.
Dan Mullen builds a team in Florida.
Right. I agree.
He will build a team in Florida. He's got great recruits this year.
Yeah.
Give Dan
Yeah.
Mullen.
You get no nothing for Pruitt.
What?
No love for Pruitt.
I don't have.
I'm just asking.
I don't.
I don't want him to. I don't.
In
want
Tennessee?
I hate Tennessee. I don't want Tennessee to be any
Ain't
good.
no kids coming up out of Tennessee, man.
Right.
I don't look for Pruitt to be successful.
I think he'll do decent, but he ain't never going to beat
I love
Alabama.
him as a defensive coordinator.
Great defense coordinator.
But I don't look at him as a head coach. Never have.
Nope. We'll see, though. I
We all
mean,
agree on
Oh,
that.
yeah, I mean,
he's going to have to go out of Tennessee other than Tennessee to recruit, though.
Right.
You know?
What about Jimbo Fisher and A&M?
Great hire. I wish we could have got him a few years ago.
I hate Jimbo Fisher.
I just think he's a real deal coach, though. I really do. He
Yeah.
learned from one of the best, man. So,
I am not high on him.
Who did he learn from?
Bobby
Bowden.
Bowden.
I'm not high on him.
He's a classic. Bowden was a
I
classic.
hear you.
He's not for me.
So
I mean, don't be wrong. You win.
So you don't think he'll be successful at A&M?
I don't see him being any more successful than Kevin Sumlin was.
See, I like Summerlin.
That is
I'll
true.
take him over Gus. He took chances.
He did.
He took chances,
He
man.
But
did.
his team just
But
couldn't play defense.
to think about it, he hadn't had a winning
in Auburn,
season.
do we ever not have a good defense though?
When Chiswick was there, we didn't have a very good
When Johnny
defense.
Manziel left, A&M was toast.
Pretty decent.
They gave up a bunch of points every game.
Yeah, we couldn't find that right coordinator, but we got one right now. You know, I like Summerlin. I think was kind of a. I think they could have saved their money
think
and
it
kept
was-
the guy, gave him some more.
Right.
They ain't been in the SEC what 3 years.
Yeah. something
You know.
like
So I mean, I'm not. I don't think he should have been cut that soon.
Yeah.
You know.
And the other new head coach, Mullen, you've already mentioned him. You high on him? You think he's?
I think he's going to do great.
Bring Florida back to the.
I believe so. I think he'll find him another Tim Tebow out there over in Florida.
Yeah.
Because that's a big recruiting ground for Auburn. Sure. You know.
Yeah.
And now with him over there, this year I was like, we're not going to get a certain few recruits that I know we probably won't. You know?
Right.
So
there's a couple of state fans that watch the show, so I'll ask this one too. How y'all feel about Mississippi State? I mean, get your honest opinion.
What, just the quarterbacks? All I know they got.
Got a new coach.
I don't know anything about him. My brother's state alumni, and he hadn't said much. Happy birthday, Eric. It's his birthday today.
Oh, I did not know that.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, they're planning on him being ranked.
I did not know it was Eric's birthday.
Didn't know that either. I don't even know the guy.
I mean,
I just get messages by him.
Me too. A lot lately.
Yeah, we hear you cry about me a lot.
That concludes our part 1 of our interviews with Alan and Travis. Stay tuned for number 2.
Gangsta rap is always on the map.
16 in the and 1 in the hole. Nate Dogg is about to make some bodies turn. Now they dropping and yelling. It's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate.